All right, all right. Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahushua, Barak Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash. All right, we want to say Shalom. Double honors to my apostles, that rule our great millstone. All right, and greetings and salutations to the sincere brothers pushing the truth with all sincerity and continuing in the apostles' doctrine throughout the four corners of the earth. All right, it's your brother Jeremiah
and the brother lawyer.
All right, and we're just going to continue the series of contrite moments in the scriptures. All right, and we want to first get the account where Zacchaeus, you know, when Zacchaeus climbed the sycamore tree, he wanted to see Yahushua. And we're just going to read the account and go through it.
So to begin, as Brother Yerome said, we're going to go to the account with Zacchaeus. All right. This is Luke 19:1. It says, "And Yahushua entered and passed through Jericho. And behold, there was a man named Zacchaeus, which was chief among the publicans, and he was rich." All right. Now, first takeaway here is that Zacchaeus was a publican. The publicans were not liked. Okay, they were tax collectors amongst the people who worked for the Romans. Okay, and for the authorities at the time, and the Jews of Judea did not like them. Okay, it says, and he sought to see Yahushua who he was. Okay, because Yahushua was famous. Yahushua was going through the land. Okay, speaking many parables, speaking many great things, prophesying, and also performing miracles. So Yahushua had a certain level of fame, and Zacchaeus wanted to see him, and could not for the press, all right, because there was a lot of people, because he was of little stature, so he couldn't see Yahushua because he was short. Zacchaeus was short and he was small, so he couldn't get through the crowd, nor could he see over it. Okay. Verse 4 says, "And he ran before and climbed up into a sycamore tree to see him, for he was for he was to pass that way." So Zacchaeus climbed all the way up a tree, all right, so that he could see Yahushua. Okay. And when Yahushua came to the place, he looked up and saw him and said unto him, "Zacchaeus, make haste and come down, for today I must abide at thy house." And he made haste and came down and received him joyfully. And when they saw it, they murmured, saying that he was gone to be guest with a man that is a sinner. Okay, and so the people at the time, again, the publicans were not popular. Okay, they were not liked. Okay, so when Yahushua made that exclamation, okay, that Zacchaeus, I'm going to live with you. I'm going to be a guest of yours tonight. Okay, the people began to murmur. Okay, like, why is Yahushua hanging out with this publican, this tax collector, this sinner? Okay, and Zacchaeus stood and said unto the Lord, "Behold, Lord, the half of my goods I give to the poor, and if I have taken anything from a man by false accusation, I restore him fourfold." Mm-hmm. And Yahushua said unto him, "This day is salvation come to this house, for as much as he also is the son of Abraham. For the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost." All right, so Zacchaeus hearing all the murmuring about how he's a sinner and so on and so forth, he doesn't deny that. He immediately confesses his sins to the Lord. Okay, that he gives to the poor. If he take from any man by false accusation, he restore fourfold. Okay, so this was a man who was acknowledged his sins, like it says in Psalm 51. Okay, he acknowledged his offense immediately. Okay, before Yahushua, he humbled himself. All right, knowing that Yahushua, was compassionate enough and had the power to forgive him. And Yahushua said, "This day salvation come to this house, for so as much as he is also the son of Abraham, for what the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which is lost." Okay, so Lord is coming to save the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man. And that begins with those, okay, because all Israel is scattered. All right, but that begins with those that understand that they're lost and that they need a savior. Okay, that we are sinners, and so on and so forth. So, yeah, man, that's beautiful, beautiful scripture right there.
Contrite in the blue letter means to be crushed. The Google definition is feeling or expressing remorse. Synonyms of contrite is sorry, remorseful, shamefaced, repentant. And you see Zacchaeus in verse 8, he said, and Zacchaeus stood and said unto the Lord, Behold, Lord, the half of my goods I give to the poor, and if I have taken anything from any man by false accusation, I restore him fourfold. You know, he was sorry, he was remorseful. You know, he had a contrite spirit upon him. You know, in verse 9 it says, and Yahushua said unto him, This day salvation come to this house, for so much as he also is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost, man. You know, that's a beautiful contrite moment in the scriptures.
And that's your part. Matter of fact, get Isaiah 57.
Isaiah 57.
Yeah, about you know, who the Lord dwells with. Yeah, man, that's a beautiful parallel right there.
This is the book. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 57, verse 15. For thus saith the high and lofty one that inhabiteth eternity, whose name is holy. I dwell in the high and holy place, with him also that is of a contrite and humble spirit, to revive the spirit of the humble and to revive the heart of the contrite ones.
Right. So, like we brought out in our last installment of this series, okay, how the Lord as high as he is, he dwells with the humble, with the contrite ones, right? And in the account with Zacchaeus in Luke 19, the Lord said, Today I will be a guest in your house. I'm going to do it with you.
Wow.
You know? Why? Because Zacchaeus was contrite.
That's what the Most High is dealing with.
Yeah, man.
It's the meek. Beautiful scripture, man.
God, your power, man. Your power. You read it if you don't mind.
Verse 16. For I will not contend forever, neither will I be always wroth. For the spirit shall fill before me, and the souls which I have made. For the iniquity of his covetousness was I wroth, and smote him. I hid me and was wroth, and he went on frowardly in the way of his heart. I have seen his ways, and will heal him. I will lead him also, and restore comforts unto him and to his mourners. I create the fruit of the lips, peace to him that is far off, and to him that is near, saith Yahweh, I will heal him.
That's right. Okay, so the Lord brought wrath upon us because we went off, but you know that was to break us down, and that was to humble us. Okay, so that the Lord may show mercy to us. Okay, as we brought out in the former video epistle. All right, so yeah, let's go to that woman caught in adultery, bro. John chapter 8. Unless you had a precept.
No.
Okay.
John chapter 8, right?
Yeah, John chapter 8. You got it, bro.
All right. This is the book of John, chapter 8, verse 1. Yahushua went unto the Mount of Olives, and early in the morning he came again into the temple, and all the people came unto him. And he sat down and taught them. And the scribes and the Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, they say unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act. Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what sayest thou? This they said, tempting him, that they might have to accuse him. But Yahushua stooped down, and with his finger wrote on the ground as though he heard them not. So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning at the eldest even unto the last. And Yahushua was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. When Yahushua had lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, where are those thine accusers? Hath no man condemned thee? She said, No man, Lord. And Yahushua said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more.
You got it, bro.
So that's another contrite moment in the scriptures, man. You know, this lady was caught in the act of adultery. Imagine that, people coming up against her, she being dragged to the city, all eyes on her, you know. But what Yahushua did, Yahushua didn't condemn her. Yahushua forgave her and said, Sin no more, man. She was broken, man. She was broken. She was sorry, you know. But what you see, mercy took place, man. Yahushua showed mercy, you know. That's another contrite moment in the scriptures right here. All praise to Yahweh Shema Shah for his mercy.
That's
Yeah, Luke 8, right?
Yeah. Luke 8 and 43.
Right. This is the book of Luke, chapter 8, verse 43. And a woman having an issue of blood 12 years, which had spent all her living upon physicians, neither could be healed of any, came behind him and touched the border of his garment, and immediately her issue of blood stanched.
Right. Now that's already contrite right there. Because she, first of all, I mean, she not even supposed to be touching him because she had the issue of blood that made her unclean, according to the law. But it shows you that level of faith and that brokenness that she had, a desire that she had to be healed. Okay, because it said that she spent all her living upon physicians, neither could be healed of any. Okay, so she was broken, man. All right, this infirmity was really wearing down on her, and she saw no other option but to touch the border of the Lord's garment to be healed.
Wow.
Okay, and immediately it was stanched. In spite of the fact that it was an issue of blood and she wasn't supposed to be around nobody in the first place.
Right.
Verse
45. And Yahushua said, Who touched me? When all denied, Peter and they that were with him said, Master, the multitude thronged thee and pressed thee, and sayest thou who touched me? And Yahushua said, Somebody have touched me, for I perceive that virtue is gone out of me. And when the woman saw that she was not hid, she came trembling and falling down before him. She declared unto him before all the people for what cause she had touched him, and how she was healed immediately. And he said unto her, Daughter, be of good comfort, thy faith hath made thee whole. Go in peace.
That's the problem, man. All right, that's a contrite moment right there, because she came, all right, when she saw that she could not be hid. All right, she came trembling and falling down before him, and she confessed what happened. All right, she told him exactly what happened and why she did what she did, man. All right, and that faith that she had, not only was it bold in a sense, but the fact that she could have that faith to be like, what, I have, in order for me to be healed, I have to touch this man. All right, even if it's the hem of his garment, the border of his garment, I have to touch him. Okay. That in itself is contrite, because she's acknowledging that he's the only way out. He's my only help. Okay, that's the only way I'm going to be healed of this. All right, and it's a beautiful analogy that we could draw from that, because we have sins. All right, we have things that we've done. Okay, that separated us from Yahweh Shai. Okay, that separated us from the Most High. All right, and those things broke us down, but in breaking us down, they made us aware that we don't have no other way out. We have to approach approach unto the Lord and beg the issue of blood. All right, so hey, contrite moments in the scriptures, man.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Yeah, it's more contrite moments in the scriptures, and hey, Lord willing, we do another video on this topic, you know. But you have anything you want to say?
Nah. Matter of fact, let's go to the Psalms. This is Psalm 147:1. Praise ye the Lord, for it is good to sing praises unto our God, for it is pleasant and praises comely. The Lord doeth build up Jerusalem, he gathereth together the outcasts of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
He healeth the broken in heart and bindeth up their wounds. He telleth the number of the stars and calleth them all by their names. Great is our Lord and of great power, his understanding is infinite. He lifteth up the meek and casteth the wicked down to the ground. Okay, so the Lord deals and he raises up those that are afflicted, those that are contrite. Okay, the scriptures say that we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities. Okay, so the Lord is dealing with those that are broken. He acknowledges and he understands our brokenness. Okay, and he can relate. So
Mm-hmm.
so to speak, he can relate. All right, you gotta have Jake say, "I can relate."
Right.
The Lord can relate. So with that being said, we have to be contrite before the Lord and seek him and tremble before him, fear him and seek him, and in doing that, in faith and sincerity, we have mercy from the Lord that we hope to receive. Okay.
Got a quick precept.
Go ahead.
This is Psalms 34 verse 4. I sought Yahweh and he heard me and delivered me from all my fears. And we just read about the lady with the issue of blood. And she sought Yahweh, man. And guess what? She showed some faith and she was healed, man. Yahweh delivered her, man. She wasn't sick no more. Yahweh made her whole. It's beautiful, man.
God, you gotta jump down to verse 15 and actually verse 17 and read down.
Verse 17. This is the book of Psalms 34, verse 17. The righteous cried. That's Yahweh. The righteous cried, and Yahweh heareth and delivereth them out of all their troubles. Yahweh is nigh unto them that are of a broken heart, and saveth such as be of a contrite spirit. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Yahweh delivereth him out of them all.
There you go. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it, bro. I got it.
And Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem B'Kakodash, double honors to our apostles that rule well at Great Millstone, and greetings to the sincere brothers pushing the truth with all sincerity and continuing in the apostles' doctrine throughout the four corners of the earth. To you, we say shalom.
Shalom.